Hello everyone, I welcome you in this YouTube video lecture. My name is Manoj Falaswal. In this lecture, we will discuss an important topic of analog circuit, that is analog to digital and digital to analog converter. So let's start with the first lesson of A to D and D to A converter. In first lesson, you will be able to learn the various terms of A to D and D to A converter. Our learning objective of this chapter is to learn about various terms of A to D and D to A converter. So the first is interfacing with analog world. So a digital quantity will have a value that is specified as one of the two possibilities, such as 0 or 1, also known as binary numbers, low or high, or we can say true and false, and so on. So in this practice, the voltage representation a digital quantity such as a many actually have a value that is anywhere within specified range. For example, for TTL logic, for a transistor logic, if the voltage is between the range 0 to 0.8 volt, we consider it as a logic 0, and if the voltage is in the range of 2 volt to 5 volt, then we consider it as a logic 1. So the any voltage falling in the range 0 to 0.8 volt is given the digital value 0, and any voltage in the range of 2 to 5 volt is assigned the digital value 1. So the digital circuit respond according to the all voltage values within a given range. So as we know that all or most physical variables are analog in nature and can take any value within a continuous range of values. For example, include temperature, pressure, light intensity, audio signal, position, rotational speed, and a flow rate, or any other physical or natural signal, or all are in the analog form. So the digital system perform all of their internal operations using digital circuitry and digital operations. Any information that has to be inputted in a digital system must first be put into digital form. Similarly, the output form a digital system are always in a digital form. So you have to remember that most physical variables are analog in nature and can take any value within a continuous. So next is transducer. The general definition of transducer is that it converts energy from one form to another form. So the physical variable is normally in a non-electrical quantity. A transducer is a device that converts the physical variable to an electrical variable. Some common transducers include thermistors, photocells, photodiode, flow meter, pressure, and tachometers. The electrical output of the transducer is an analog current or voltage that is proportional to the physical variable it is monitoring. For example, the physical variable could be the temperature of water. Let's say that the water temperature varies from 80 to 150 Fahrenheit, and that is thermistor and its associated circuitry convert this water temperature to a voltage ranging from 800 1500 millivolt. Here you should note that the transducer's point is their output is directly proportional to the temperature, such that each 1 degree Fahrenheit produce a 10 millivolt output. Analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter are used to interface a computer to the analog world so that the computer can monitor and control a physical variable. A interfacing with analog world using A to D and D to A converter is shown in this figure. So to convert this physical variable, we use transducer that convert physical variable into electrical variable. Then we use ADC circuit that converts analog input into digital output. Then we have a digital system that process the digital signals, and the output of digital system is also a digital output. Then finally we have to convert this digital output into analog output. So here we use the vice versa of ADC, that is digital to analog converter, and finally here we get electrical analog output, and to convert it into a physical variable or into a physical quantity we use actuators. Transducer convert physical variable into analog input. An actuator converts analog input into physical variables. So this is the general interfacing of A to D and D to A converter. Next is analog to digital converter. The transducer's electrical analog output serve as the analog input to the ADC. The ADC converts this analog input to a digital output, and this digital output consists of a number of bits that represents the value of the analog input. For example, the ADC might. So this digital output consists of a number of bits that represent the value of analog input. For example, the ADC might convert the transducer's 800 to 1500 millivolt analog value to binary values ranging from 0101 000 to 1001 0110. Note that the binary output from the ADC is proportional to the analog input voltage, so that each unit of digital output represents 10 millivolt, and that is known as the resolution of the A to D or D to A converter. So the digital representation of analog values is transmitted from the ADC to digital computer, which stores the digital value, process it according to a program of instructions that is executed. And second one is digital to analog converter, also known as DAC. This digital output from the computer is connected to a DAC, which converts it to the proportional analog voltage or current. For example, the computer might produce a digital output ranging from 00000 to 1111111, which the DAC convert to a voltage ranging from 0 to 10 volt. Next component is actuator. it works opposite to the transducer. The analog signal from the DAC is often connected to some devices or circuit that serves as an actuator to control the physical variable. For our water temperature example, the actuator might be an electrically controlled valve that regulates the flow of hot water into the tank in the accordance with the analog voltage from the DAC. The flow rate would vary in proportional to this analog voltage, with 0 volt producing no flow and 10 volt producing the maximum flow rate. Thus, we see that ADC and DAC functions as interfaces between a completely digital system like a computer and the analog world. So thank you. That's all for today's lecture. In next lecture, we will discuss 4-bit DAC and ADC. Thank you.